Working families in Chicago and across our country are hurting like never before. Unemployment, foreclosures, loss of health care, retirement savings are tearing our families apart. We stand here this morning outside the office of Goldman Sachs, one of Wall Street's institutions that helped create the greatest financial disaster in our lifetime. Since the recession, we have lost more than 9 million jobs across this country. 9 million. After receiving hundreds of billions of dollars in bailouts, business here on Wall Street and the big banks in Chicago are back to their own business. Executive compensations, bonuses went right through the roof. Just take a look at what happened last year. We need serious measures to create jobs. And I mean, we need these jobs now, we need them today, and it's got to happen shortly. Wall Street bankers should pay for the disastrous job loss that this country has seen over the last 3 years. That is why we are calling on the banks to pay their fair share to restore jobs that they have destroyed. The banks should restate these jobs, nobody else. They should be the ones. It was their financial burden. They should stop fighting financial reform, start lending to community banks and small businesses that can rebuild and grow our economy once again. The Chicago Federation of Labor, AFL-CIO, along with our community partners, will lead a march through the financial districts to start and make sure people hear our message. All of these folks have been through this recession, and they will march on Goldman Sachs, and we'll start there, and we'll go through the banking district, we'll stop at the Board of Trade, Bank of America, the Federal Reserve. We want to make sure people understand the devastation that's being felt throughout our communities for what has gone on through Wall Street and all the big banks in this country of ours. We want to make sure that the banks hear us loud and clear, and we are fed up with their behavior, and we are not going to take it any longer. We want to make sure that people understand that these banks are using our billions of dollars that we sent to the banks to help hire lobbyists in Washington to make it harder on us to make sure that the reform that we need on banks and financial institutions aren't necessarily taking place.
My name is Leroy Smith. I'm representing the laid-off CTA workers. 1,100 to 1,200 operators was laid off in January. We're asking the government for federal funding for this massive transportation across the country. This is not only happening in Chicago, but it's happening all across the country. One thing about these big Wall Street banks, at lunchtime they're eating steak and lobsters and everything, while the public and the citizens are eating hot dogs and hamburgers. It's not fair. Wall Street banks need to pay their fair share. We asking the mayor to come out, we asking the governor to come out. We want everybody to come out and march with us and stand with us. We need the citizens of Chicago all across the country to get involved in this. It's not fair that these jobs have been taken every week, something has happened, somebody's losing a job. We need everybody to stay focused and work together to get our jobs back and have America back to work.
We're asking working families throughout the city of Chicago to come and support us with our march on Wall Street and the big banks here in the city of Chicago. It's about good jobs, and we need these jobs now, and Wall Street needs to pay for these jobs. And all we're asking for is a little speculation tax to go on. Each transition that takes place throughout this country will generate over $300 billion to put people back to work. Not millions, $300 billion if we get that leverage and make sure that that happens on behalf of the people that are unemployed. The people that are unemployed, those 450,000 here in the city of Chicago and 780,000 throughout the state of Illinois, we're here to make sure that their voices are heard. Wall Street's been bailed out. You know what? It's time to make sure that Main Street gets bailed out.